the body of work that you see here has been requested by Gwenoli because she wanted only to see cement and metal sculpture for this show. She saw this one in my studio, which is dated from 2009. But usually I work in homes.
Lots, but it was very difficult to find depth of space and a big open experience, which is what I'm usually looking for. So I started shooting towards the sky to create sort of an idea of space, this sort of search for infinity.
As well as Sienese clarity of color and simplicity, as well as Juan Grieve's synthetic cubism, and then the Americanness of Stuart Davis. And other than that, I can only tell you they don't look it, but they're totally spontaneous, by which I mean I create the compositions as I'm working on them. And you can do them.
Let's see, so my work is about my relationship to nature. It has been for many years. It's always been about my relationship to my environment. So when I was in my loft in Williamsburg for many years, I was still very much related, to environment, about the cement structure of my loft as it overhung the view of the East River and the Williamsburg Bridge, and my work was about that, inner outer, but always creatural. I've always had a synthesis of.
And I started painting construction. Along the lines of this painting at the end, when they built a building right outside my studio window on 39th Street. And that became a very compelling theme to me. And when that building was finished, I went out around the city with a travel easel, painting on sidewalks. And this one, I actually got access to the roof terrace of an adjacent building and was up there with my travel easel.
Cake Fight was done before COVID, and I go back and forth between doing these mixed media wall installations, small works on paper, and oil paintings on canvas, and they all influence each other. So more and more in my paintings, kind of lines and rope are coming into it, I think influenced by the materiality of the installations. And we see here the cells of a living being invaded by dioxin, one of the most toxic chemicals ever produced. So this painting describes the love-hate relationship that I have with our use of plastic in our everyday life. So here are the building blocks of my work. So I always trace around these.
These are all 5 paintings that are basically from like 2018 to 2020. So the most recent painting is this one called Heartwing. So I'm working, this was done during the pandemic, and I was thinking about how I couldn't see any of my friends and how my heart was like broken. And so I was looking at a manuscript from 1600, so I often use a source.
First, I want to thank Gwenoli for the opportunity to exhibit my mother. My mother has been painting for 50 years, and she took me to art school when I was 9 years old. We went to this very liberal place. It was just like do whatever you want kind of thing. But she had a plan. She wanted to decorate her house. So she's like, I'm gonna do this, you do this. And she would hand me like an image, like paint me this, you would give me the materials, the thing. We would leave with whatever we came to do that day. So
And I liked her, so I just let her be. She happened so fast. And with him, it took me much longer. I don't know, he evolved in a very much slower way. I started out with his face, and I wanted to paint like the sort of a dark face with very gold, bright hair. That was how I started. And then I decided I wanted it to be a nurturing, gentle